What if time itself could sense death? For over 2 centuries, one clock has done exactly that, and every single attempt to stop it has failed. It all began in 1802. A brilliant craftsman named Elias Thorne built a magnificent clock for his family home in Yorkshire, England. It was a true masterpiece of gears and precision, a work of art by any standard. But from the very first day it was installed, it behaved strangely. Whenever a member of the Thorne family died, the clock would stop, always at the exact minute of their passing, and it would remain completely silent, its pendulum frozen until the funeral was over. For generations, this eerie pattern continued, becoming a chilling family legend. It didn't matter who wound it or how carefully it was maintained. The clock only stopped when death visited the family. Imagine the fear, the dread that must have filled the house whenever that rhythmic ticking suddenly went quiet. In 1924, during a fierce thunderstorm, Elias's great-grandson, Thomas, wrote about it in his diary. His words capture the unsettling reality they lived with. "The clock has gone silent again," he wrote. "Uncle Robert died at 11:47 p.m. The pendulum froze at that very moment." The clock didn't just stop around the time of death. It was precise. It was as if it shared a connection with the soul of the dying. By the time the 20th century rolled around, this family curiosity had grown into a full-blown paranormal mystery. Word spread beyond the Thorne family, and nearly 150 years after it was first built, the clock finally caught the attention of scientists. In 1972, a team of skeptical researchers from Oxford University arrived, determined to expose the trick. They believed it had to be a clever hoax or a simple mechanical flaw. They were confident they could solve it. They took the clock apart, piece by piece. They examined every gear, every spring, every cog. They replaced the old handcrafted springs with modern ones. They swapped out the gears. They even built a new, state-of-the-art casing for it, completely isolating it from vibrations, magnetic fields, and temperature changes. They controlled for every possible variable they could think of. But nothing worked. The clock just kept on ticking, its rhythm steady and unfaltering. The scientists were stumped. And then the story took a darker turn. One night, one of the lead researchers on the project died unexpectedly in his sleep. Back in the lab, miles away from his home, the clock stopped again, at the exact moment of his death. The very thing they were trying to disprove had happened to one of their own. After that incident, no one dared to tamper with it again. Today, the Thorne family clock sits behind a thick pane of glass at the York Historical Museum. Thousands of visitors come to see it every year. Most of the time, they say it ticks along normally, but some have reported that it occasionally skips a beat, as if it's hesitating. Or perhaps, for generations, this eerie pattern continued, becoming a chilling family legend. It didn't matter who wound it or how carefully it was maintained. The clock only stopped when death visited the family. Imagine the fear, the dread, that must have filled the house whenever that rhythmic ticking suddenly went quiet. Waiting. The curators at the museum have their own chilling stories. They claim that since the clock arrived, it has stopped 3 times, and each time it fell silent, a staff member passed away within the next 24 hours. So, what is the secret of this clock? Some say Elias Thorne, grieving a loss of his own, somehow cursed it, binding it to the fate of his lineage. Others have a more fantastic theory, that Elias wasn't just a craftsman, but a genius who created something far beyond his own understanding, a device that could somehow sense the very moment a life ends, a bridge between the realms of time and death itself. We may never know the truth, but one thing seems certain. For this particular clock, when the ticking stops, so does a life. If this mystery has you as captivated as it has me, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for more strange and unsettling stories. Because believe me, next time, things get even stranger. Thanks for watching.